she's going to give the real definition of American policy, which is to guarantee Israeli security, is to support the policies of the Sharon government. No, and Europe's just deluding themselves. I mean, let's be honest. What does Europe bring to the table? How much credibility does Europe have on anything anymore? What does Europe stand for? The Europeans are just fooling themselves if they think that by rolling over and allowing the United States to invade Iraq, that it somehow is going to, open the door to this great moment where European values can be, put forward and have an influence on a Arab-Palestinian conflict, which they don't have any influence to begin with. You just caved into American aggression. You think the United States is now going to invite you to the table? You're a joke. You're a tragic joke. You're nothing. I spit on Europe. Old Europe and New Europe. You mean nothing. You stand for nothing. You are nothing. You're an American colony. Take down all your flags, put up the American flags, and acknowledge your colonial status. You're an exotic tourist destination. That's all you're good for, because you stand for nothing.
But what would you think? Europe is busy drafting a constitution for itself. It's talking about defense, having a European defense, integrated foreign policy.
Look, I'm a big supporter of the concept of a unified Europe. I think that a strong Europe, economically, politically, militarily, would be a good balance to the United States. It would reduce the necessity of time intervention needs to take place around the world, that it's Americans only that can do it. I mean, Europe's a joke. Come on, Germany, deploy a division. Anywhere. I don't know. Where can you deploy a division, Germany? Do you even have a division that can be deployed?
We can't deploy them.
You
have
can't.
divisions, but we can't.
I don't think you have a division. You can't even if your constitution lets you deploy them, deploy it. Where's your airlift?
No, that's
nothing.
We don't have any.
Where's your sustainability? Nothing. Come on, France, you're a good global power, member of the Security Council. You're a joke. You can't even get an aircraft carrier out of the port, let alone project military power. So Europe's a joke. But I think it would be nice to have a European military power that could be used to intervene on behalf of what, though?
The international law.
Ah, yes, and that's the key. Before Europe starts talking about unifying, what are you unifying in defense of? What do you stand for? Do you stand for law? Do you stand for the rule of law? Do you stand for the United Nations Charter? No, you don't. You just rolled over. You just acknowledged that the United Nations Charter doesn't matter. That when the United States decides to flex its muscle, it's going to get away with it. So what does Europe stand for? Nothing. They got, the tribunals here in The Hague, International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice. Oh, we're wonderful, the Dutch say. We are big blue hat people. We love the United Nations. You love nothing. You stand for nothing. You're despicable. You're hypocrites. You're cowards. How can you possibly say that you support international law, that you have these wonderful criminal courts, when you stand by and don't even speak out against the American violation of the United Nations Charter? You stand for nothing. So don't tell me you're going to have this wonderful Europe. Europe is nothing. America will always be able to control Europe by dividing and conquering. We did this with NATO. We brought in all the former Eastern European countries. NATO is a consensus organization, so all you have to do is turn to that great superpower, Slovakia, or Czech, the Czech Republic. Turn to the Romanians, the cornerstone of European strength, and get them to bend to our will.